Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Welcome back. Just a quick little video today because I just found out about something and I would like to participate in it, and so I just want to throw out a little possibility pile, a little TBR pile for this really awesome sounding readathon. I'm so behind on watching videos. Like I said, just found out about it this morning because I'm catching up on videos. And so yeah, it's called Picture This, and it's all about reading picture books. And I read picture books every day to my son, so I said, oh, why don't I try to jump in and try to pull out some different books to kind of focus on for this month. I thought it could be a lot of fun. So the hosts for this one are Shelley Swearingen, which is where I saw the announcement video, and then Jack over at Spread Some Joy. So I will of course link their announcement videos below, so you can kind of check out their thoughts about it. So essentially they have 6-word sort of ideas for you to kind of base your TBR around, and I like these words that they've chosen because it leaves you a lot to interpret. You can kind of work those into a lot of ways. So I've got a little stack here. Like I said, I read books every day, but I don't know if you're like in my house, we read a lot of the same books over and over and over and over and over again. So I combed the shelves to pull out ones that we haven't read in a long time, or maybe haven't even read it at all, just because like I said, we get stuck reading the same things over and over again. So some of these are some old faves, but a lot of these are ones we've not read yet, or haven't read in a long time. So I'm gonna dust them off the shelf and bring them out. So the first word that they have for us to go by is friendship. I mean, we're talking about a picture book, of course. Yeah, friendship is a big deal. So I've got a big stack for friendship. Of course, Different, A Great Thing to Be by Heather Avis and illustrated by Sarah Mensinga. This is about, of course, accepting everyone as they are, and that it's okay to be different, and we can all still be friends and do fun things together. It's wonderful. Kind of the same with The Caring Me That I Want to Be. This is by Mary D. Palermo, illustrated by Emma Randall, and I love this little book. It is all about basically just being kind and being a good friend. It's a beautiful little story. Like a classic book about friendship is The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Pfister. And of course, The Rainbow Fish is about sharing and being a good friend and all that good stuff. This used to be a fave in the house, but we haven't read it in a while, so that'll be fun too. Sorry, I'm throwing those on the floor to get those back in. Along the lines of The Different is a Good Thing to Be is Jessica's Box by Peter Carnavas. I love this book. It's about a little girl named Jessica, who you can see, uses a wheelchair, and she's the new kid in school, and so she's really nervous about going to school. And it's really cute. So there's that. This is an Usborne book too. Now, definitely a fave. We've been reading the heck out of this the past few months. Is Bear Says Thanks by Karma Wilson, illustrated by Jane Chapman. The illustrations in this one are beautiful. This group of friends, so Bear wakes up in his lair and he's hungry and he's missing friends. He's like, why don't I throw like a little party and we can have food? But he's like, oh gosh. He goes to a cupboard and his cupboard is bare, and so all his friends bring a little treat, and they share all the food, and Bear shares stories. And I just really love this story. Look how it's a beautiful book. And then the last one, funnily enough, has a little bear too, is Kind Little Bear by Caroline Pedler. And again, about kindness, being a good friend, and also just gorgeous pictures. I haven't read this one in a long time. It'd be fun to bring that one out again. Okay, the next prompt, or the next kind of word theme is green. I have a few for that one. I have The Dark, Dark Night by M. Christina Butler. Drawings by Jane Chapman, which I'm just realizing is the lady that does The Bear Says Thanks. I wonder it looks familiar. Lots of green in here, lots of green on this cover. And yeah, the animals are getting a little spooky because they're going through the dark woods in this one, and it's really cute. A fave in this house is Acoustic Rooster and his Barnyard Band by Kwame Alexander, illustrated by Tim Bowers. Yeah, we read the heck out of this book. This is a daily read, multiple times a day sometimes. And I love this, and it's really fun because it talks about early jazz musicians through a barnyard. So here's like a Thelonious Monkey. There's Mules Davis, Duck Ellington. It's fun, and my son loves it. So the last one for green is Neil Gaiman's Instructions. Nice green tree on the cover. This is illustrated by Charles Vess, and actually a lot of the interior. There's a lot of green throughout the illustrations inside too. This one's a newer one so we haven't read this one yet. So I'm sure it's a bit of a fantasy because it's Neil Gaiman. So looking forward to that. So the next word is home. Again, another one I thought was really cool. And I've got a lot of books with animals on them, I'm realizing. I Love You, Alfie Cub, Angela McAllister, illustrations by Daniel Howarth. I think to nothing says home like your parents and feeling loved at home. And so this is, of course, I think this is a mom, and foxes are adorable. My mom is great. Who's the author? Gabby Goldsack, illustrated by Sarah Walker. Again, it's just having that safety of home, and a mom that does things for you, and it gives you a safe space. Same kind of vibe. No Matter What by Debbie Gliory. This mom loves her little kangaroo. I think it's a kangaroo. I don't even know. Maybe this is a fox too. Loves no matter what. Yeah. I thought it might be a little different, but I think kind of fits. This is called Owls by Sarah Courthold, illustrated by Lorna Hussey. It actually, talks about owls, but it does go over, the home of owls, like, they stay in their nest, and it's such beautiful illustrations in here. I thought that was quite lovely. It could work for green too. And I have something a little different for home. Another Neil Gaiman book. This one has illustrated by David McKeon. The Day I Swapped My Dad for 2 Goldfish. Something a bit strange, I think, for home. Maybe we'll see what this story is all about. Yeah. All right, the next word is quiet. I thought that was lovely too. I have a few books for these. This one is Turn Again, Ptarmigan, Where Did You Go? By James Gunther, illustrated by Shannon Cartwright. This is all about the ptarmigan, which is the Alaska state bird, and it goes through the seasons with the ptarmigan because it has white feathers in the winter, to dapple to full-on brown in this sort of spring, summer. And this is, I think, a quiet book about observing nature, and quietly looking at your surroundings. Yeah, this is a good one. Much the same with Secrets of the Rainforest. by Karen Brown and Alyssa Nastner. This is another Usborne book, but it's a book that you read kind of in the dark with a flashlight, and you kind of put your flashlight through the back of a page and it will show you like an animal through the through the page is what I'm trying to say. I think that's like a very kind of quiet nature observation type of story. Anything that has to do with like going to sleep, I think, is a quiet story. This is Sleep Tight Farm by Eugenie Dowell, illustrated by Becca Stotlander. Gorgeous illustrations in this one as well. It's all about getting the farm prepped for winter. So just a really lovely story. I've not read that one in a long while. And in the same vein as The Vegetables Go to Bed. So it's, you know, again, going to sleep, getting quiet, and quieting your mind, getting ready for bed. I've got two more for quiet. Owl Moon by Jane Yolen, illustrated by John Schoenherr. I love this book. It's a father and his daughter. They go out at night, trying to listen for an owl. So again, you've got to be a little quiet, and so you can hear the owls, right? It's a lovely story. We haven't read that one in a long time too. And another quiet story is Journey by Aaron Becker. This is quiet because there are no words to this story. It is totally, the story is told through the pictures, and it's really lovely. It's kind of a fantasy type story. So, when they're illustrated totally through the pictures, it's, you really have to be quiet and observe the photos. You can try to understand the story that's being told. This is a beautiful book. So that's quiet. Next is red. Just a few things for here. Another classic around this house is, of course, The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. We love this story. This little boy in his little red snowsuit. We love this story. We read it all throughout the year. Doesn't matter if it's snowing or not. We love this story of Peter playing in the snow in his little red snowsuit. So The Snowy Day, for sure. And another one for red is, of course, Clifford. Clifford the Big Red Dog by Norman Bridwell. Can't get any redder than Clifford. And this is another favorite around the house, is Clifford. So those are cool couple of things for red. And then lastly is space. I took it quite literally with space, and I'm going to bring out some of my new Star Wars books that I recently purchased. These are some of the new High Republic stories. They feature Buryaga, who is a Padawan. So we're going to check these out. And then I also have my 5-minute Star Wars stories, which is exactly what it says. It's this 5-minute Star Wars story that goes from Phantom Menace on through, I think, Force Awakens. It's got a timeline, so those will look pretty fun. So yeah, that's it for my sort of big old pile of books for Picture This Readathon. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. And let me know, do you want to read picture books? Even if you're not a kid, I think you can enjoy picture books, or not a kid. If you don't have a kid to read to, I think you can still enjoy picture books, especially if you enjoy artwork and looking at just really beautiful illustrations. And a lot of times these are just really beautiful stories. So I think there's definitely worth in picture books and being a grown person and reading picture books. So yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I always appreciate your time. Till next time.